The Candidate may not be my favourite Frasier episode, but it definitely has some good moments. I feel like it started off strong, then it was a little bit weak, and then through the second half, it really picked up again. This is the seventh episode of the second season, directed by the wonderful James Burrows, and it starts off with a beautiful scene actually, with Frasier, Daphne and Niles all sitting on the sofa together. Absolutely loved it because Martin's called them over to watch something, and they're watching a clip of a right wing political candidate who Martin is supporting. And he's actually done a piece to camera showing his support for this candidate. And Frasier, in particular, is really annoyed by this. So he decides to publicly support a different candidate. This is a candidate called Phil Patterson, played by Boyd Gaines. And of course, his plan to endorse the opponent is to take attention away from what Martin's done and hopefully get more votes for the opposition. And things seem to be going okay, but then Patterson reveals something. And I won't say what it is, but I will say it's not predictable. And I think they did a really good job with not giving any hints until the big reveal. And what he reveals is a turning point. And after that point, I think things became a lot more entertaining because it started off, great with Martin being really excited about what he'd done and being really happy with his moment of fame, if you like. And then it kind of dried out. Not for too long, but for a good few scenes. It wasn't boring, but it wasn't very funny. But then it picked up again once this thing is revealed, and I won't say what it is, but I thought it was pretty brilliant and probably a little bit too realistic in some cases as well, but I think it worked really, really well. And after that point, it became really funny, really entertaining. Frasier was brilliant. I think Patterson as a character was really entertaining and really thought-provoking. Definitely made me think about, well, other politicians and what it would be like if we had a candidate with similar things to share. And I think it worked pretty well. So it's never going to be my favourite episode. It's not the one I have the most thoughts about. There are some episodes where I have thoughts on every single scene. That's not so much the case here. It's an enjoyable episode, but it's not one of my personal favourites. But once it got going, it certainly wasn't too bad. Absolutely not an episode that I'd say is a bad episode. It's maybe just not as engaging, not as entertaining as some. But ultimately, I liked it. The Candidate is a good episode. Slowed down a little in the beginning, but generally speaking, it's one I'm sure I'll always be happy to watch. And obviously one I'm happy to recommend if you haven't seen it.